Okay, so we're on to the bass. Let me solo this and solo the bass. Here's the bass soloed. I have used Presence in Studio One, and they had an add-on for electric bass. I'm using the classic pick production, and I've rolled off the attack a little bit. Sometimes on these sample packs and samples in general, you can hear a little, either a click or a strong signal at the start of the sample. So if you roll it off a little bit, it smooths it out. My decay, sustain, and release are divisions of the song tempo, or roughly, kind of use your ears, but using divisions of the song tempo is a good starting point. To make it sound more realistic, I've used Ampire, which is a native plugin in Studio One, and I put it through a bass amp and a 2x10 bass cabinet. Gave it a little drive and a little EQ, a little bump at 50 hertz, a little cut at, it looks like 120, and a little cut at 800. EQ to taste depending on your bass. Then I have another EQ, and I've rolled off everything below 50 hertz. As I mentioned, I like the bass to sit on top of my kick drum. And a little cut at 120 hertz. And let's see, I did that. And a little boost at 5 kilohertz. Now, these settings might not translate to your bass sound, but it worked for this. Since it's sample-based, they tend to be fairly compressed or consistent in velocity already, and they're MIDI notes, which I can set the velocity as consistent. So there is a little compression. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, -12 threshold, and the attack and release are to divisions of the song. The BPM again is 128, so my attack time is 64 milliseconds, and my release is 256. You can, you don't have to be precise. I tend to do that. Whatever sounds good to you. And the last thing I have is a Juno chorus from Arturia. But if I pull up the plug-in, it'll just be a black screen. Something in their software doesn't allow a screen capture. Use any chorus you have. If you like chorus on your basses, it's really subtle on this. It's just -28.5 send level, which is barely on in Studio One. You can use any bass you have. I've made a Juno sample sound just like an electronic bass by running it through a bass VST software like I showed, and adding a little distortion and some EQ, or synth bass. You can do the same thing. Okay, so that's it for the bass. We're going to move on to keyboards next. So I will see you on the next one.